Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. This is our new perspective for the day, and we are using my beloved Sun and Moon Mini Tarot. I just adore this deck. And we got the Nine of Wands, the Prince of Cups, and Death. So Wands represents the fire element, and it speaks to passion, creativity. Think of a warrior, right? Strength, intuitive, creative, fiery inspiration, right? And Cups speaks to, it's ruled by a water element, and it speaks to emotions, feelings, intuition, inspiration. And the Death card is a major arcana, which speaks to major events in one's life, right? Things that you can't miss it, right? It's there because it's big and it's right there in your face, right? So going to the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is also known as the Wounded Warrior because he's still standing on the front lines, still standing guard, even though he's beaten up and battered and wounded. He's still standing strong. He's still got one more fight left in him, right? It's the 9 before you get to the 10, which, is the completion, right? So he's almost there, and he's got one more fight left in him. One more creative burst of passionate inspiration, right? The Prince of Cups, in this deck, we have princesses and princes. So the Prince of Cups is the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. And it speaks to court cards usually, I don't know how much I agree with this, but traditionally court cards represent people, individuals, but sometimes in my intuitive inspiration and intuitive insight, they don't necessarily mean a human being as much as the characteristics of something or someone that you may encounter, or something that you are growing into, depending on how the cards are laid and what the question was, right? So, I mean, don't just label the court cards as, oh, these are definitely people, because it's just really, you're limiting yourself when it comes to allowing your intuition to speak to you through court cards, right? If you just say, oh, these represent people, it's more than that. It could represent characteristics or certain personas that may create an environment or in a situation. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that, it's a person with fair hair or dark hair or blue eyes or green eyes, or it doesn't necessarily mean that at all. That's the thing with tarot, is they're tools. So the more you put limitations on your tools, the more limited they will be, right? But if you would just allow them to flow and allow your intuition to guide you in the connections that are singing to you in that moment, you could have this same combination 3 or 4 times in a row. You could. It's possible. Nothing's impossible. But each time they could end up meaning something different to you if you listen to your intuition and let your intuition guide you on what that inspiration is and why you need to look at those cards again, right? So, Wounded Warrior, one last fight. The Prince of Cups is equal to the Knight of Cups in traditional tarot. So this is someone or something moving boldly towards you. An offer of love. And it's not necessarily romantic love, right? It can be any kind of love. Love is love. It could be, you finding some new creative way to express your artistic talent, for instance, that you end up falling in love with. You create a new genre in maybe poetry or writing, or a new style of multimedia for a painting or a sculpture, just as an example. It doesn't necessarily mean someone's going to come into your life and say, I love you. It could happen, but I'm not going to limit these cards to that, because that's not what my intuition is telling me, right? What it's telling me is there's a new creative, passionate inspiration about to come forth that will, with the Death card, death, it's, the cycle of life, right? But it's not necessarily the death of a person. It's the death, perhaps it's the ending, let's say it's the ending of perhaps a difficult cycle, or you have completed a lesson that you needed to learn, or there is some karmic debt that has been paid and you are ready to begin a new cycle. Perhaps this combination could mean that there is a new creative inspiration that will bring love and happiness into your life and change your life altogether. It'll be a whole new world for you, right? Could be. What do you think? What is your intuition? What is your intuition telling you about these lovely little cards today? Let me know in the comment section below. So these two Beyond Lemuria cards came out. I'm going to look at this one first. Oops. Or maybe not. This one first. It's pretty, huh? And it says, Earth Star Chakra, Initiation. You are standing at a gateway into the unknown with trust in your hearts, ancient remembering in your soul, and inner illumination to light the way. You have access to the seat of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes that hold the blueprint of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded, despite moving through multidimensional realms and able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. The higher you reach for the divine and the realms of spirit, the more important it is to anchor deeply to the earth. Isn't that beautiful? And it goes so well with these three cards, don't you think? And then we got this card. And let's see. So pretty. Are these dragons? I think everything is a dragon. So, what is it? Ether. The seamless, unspeakable. This illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential is beyond the threshold. It is the centered and present place where all dreams are birthed. From here, you can choose where to go. What may be perceived as endless nothingness is the illuminated eternal. the core that all fears may be peeled back to. Step through the darkness and release it. I don't think that's spelled correctly. Release it is, okay. Step through the darkness and release it. Release. Okay, new sentence. It is only a short distance from the white void at the center of creation. Herein lies the feeling you may have been striving to meet, yet subconsciously running from. In graceful surrender, know you are held and drop deeper into existence. That was pretty deep. What do you think? Let me know what that's inspiring in you. And then we have some little moon magic cards. I am curious and powerful. I let go. I release. See? I am within perfect possibility. I know my shadow side and I work to willingly transform aspects of it. Shadow work is very important. It's a daily thing for me. I don't know about you, but it's a daily thing for me. And it has been for decades. Which, it has really helped me. I hope it helps you too. Let me know what you think of this card combination today. What is it intuitively speaking to you? I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. Just let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next video.